What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we are continuing our adventure with the Gnome Cutthroat of the Beetle. So we took on a level 1 adventure, just the base game of Iron Helm, with a few expansions added in, of course. We got the Beast and Burdens pack, we've got the Loot and Lore pack, and the Fanny pack added in. And we took down the Naga boss, as you can see right here. She's chilling in her graveyard from the last playthrough. We're going to bring her head as a trophy over to the Lonely Troll and trade it in. So yeah, guys, we're going to take a pit stop at the Lonely Troll between adventures, and we're going to be heading into the Throne of Embers as a level 2 adventure in today's video. So first off, let's go take a pit stop at the Lonely Troll. It says, in between adventures, you find rest at the Lonely Troll where you may do the following. 1. Refresh your health and energy to their starting levels and remove all poison. So I've gone ahead and done that. We are back up to, I believe it is 12 health. And we've got, I want to say, was it 13 energy? We got 9 plus 4. Yeah, we got 13 energy and we've got 12 health. I removed the 6 poison that we had from the last playthrough. It was crazy, man. That Naga boss did a lot of poison damage to us. And I think it was an arrow trap also that we got hit by for a bunch of poison that game. Yeah, and then it says, number 2, you may spend your gold on any items in the trappings deck. And it also says 3, I kind of feel like 2 and 3 should be swapped around. You may trade in any remaining enemy cards as trophies, gaining 1 gold each. So let's do that first. So we're going to trade in the head of the Naga boss here for 1 gold. So we're going to gain 1 gold like so. And we'll go ahead and put the Naga boss here on the boss stack. We're going to take the rest of the enemies from last time, and let's see, let's make sure there's none in here that we need to remove. Nope, we're good there. We're going to put those back in the enemy deck. And we could buy some trappings from the trapping deck. We've got a bunch of gold. I think we already bought rations, yeah, in the first playthrough, so these are technically removed. We can't purchase these anymore. We could. Dude, should we? Should we get the battle axe? Dire results of 1 deals 6 damage. And we've got Axe Mastery, which says when using an axe, you may re-roll all die results of 1 or 2. I mean, that's pretty crazy. But with 1s, we can deal 6 damage. It costs 4 gold. It weighs 3. So we'd be at 8, 9. Yeah, we would be good to go. I think we should do it, dudes. This is the best weapon in the game, by the way. So I think we're going to buy it. We rocked the axe for quite a while. So I think we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 gold and go down to 2 gold. And the innkeeper at the Lonely Troll is going to give us this battle axe. And we're going to go ahead and be like, you know what? You can just take our axe. You could take that with you. So that is a trapping. That's worth 2 gold. So I'll pop that back in there. And we're going to get the best weapon in the game, which is a trapping, believe it or not. It is the battle axe. It weighs 3, so we've got 3, 6, 8, 9 weight. So we're up to 9 encumbrance, and that is the maximum amount of weight that we can have on us. And this is a two-handed weapon, but with the Talhofer buckler, it can be used with two-handed weapons. Guys, we're decked out. Plus, we've got the scale armor, the best body armor in the game. We're good to go. So yeah, die results of 1 deal 6 damage, and we can re-roll 2s if we want because we've got Axe Mastery. So we're going to be dealing at least 3 damage with every attack. Insane. Cool stuff. Also at the Lonely Troll, we're going to find a henchman, and typically you can choose which henchman you want to take along with you from the 8 different henchmen, but you guys know the drill by now. I like to shuffle these up and get a random one, like we just stroll into the Lonely Troll, and we see who happens to be hanging out there that day. Who are we going to get? No Borko, please. Borko! You know what? See you later, Borko. You gotta be kidding me, guys. Okay, we're going to leave Borko behind. And just so you know, hold on. Just so you guys are like, wait, what's going on here? Borko sucks. It says, when Borko is traveling with you and you are in combat, you may flip a single die to its reverse side when you attack. Whoop-de-freaking do. 1s for us deal 6 damage, so flipping it to 6 doesn't really do anything for us. We get to re-roll 2s. So the only time it would really matter is if we roll a 3 to flip it to a 4 for 1 extra damage. And listen to the downside for this guy. And you can only do that once per dungeon level, by the way. When at the campsite, he'll automatically take the search action, gaining you 1 food. You may choose to take an additional action for yourself. Sounds good, right? Like, well, Borko sounds pretty cool. He gains you extra food. Yeah, listen to this. Borko does not carry his own food, and he will need to be fed at the end of each level. If you cannot feed him, he will lose 1 morale. So he finds you food if you find the campsite, and then you got to give him the food. He's only got 2 morale, and he costs 3 gold. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to leave him behind. If you play the game the normal way where you get to pick your henchman, I don't see why you would ever pick him. He is terrible, dude. He's so bad. All right. Then we've got the Throne of Embers, guys. We're going to leave the Lonely Troll, head to the Throne of Embers with our gnome cutthroat of the beetle. It says, rumors are afloat of majestic treasures deep within the mines of Talora. But those same tales tell of a monstrous creature far below the surface made of fire itself. So it says, remove the following cards from the base game and replace them with the cards found in this adventure pack. The enemies that I removed are the orc and the cave troll. I took those out, and the plots that I removed are the corpse, the passageway, and the old woman. Those are gone, and the boss, if we make it to the end, is going to be the fire elemental. Here's a cool little artwork of some like crags and a little windy staircase leading up to the entrance of the Throne of Embers. Very, very cool. And if we flip this card over, we got a really sweet map on the back. This might be one of my favorite ones because I really like the pop of color with the orange and the lava like flowing all the way through it. Really, really cool. So we're going to overlay that right here. And we're going to start here in level 1 of the dungeon. We're going to work our way through all the way up to level 5, potentially. Let's go ahead and get all the decks of cards shuffled up. So as mentioned, I removed several of the plot cards from the deck. The corpse, the passageway, and the old woman. So we're not going to run into those. But we've added in 3 unique plot cards that you'll only encounter or potentially encounter in this playthrough, in this adventure here in the Throne of Embers. So we're going to mix those into the deck, make sure they're nice and shuffled in. There we go. The potion deck stays the same. That's one of the decks that stays fairly consistent is the potions. I think it's the only deck, actually. There we go. We got the potions. We got our loot deck here. There are some new loot cards that are going to get shuffled into the deck. There are 4 unique pieces of loot that you can only find in this dungeon in the Throne of Embers. Fingers crossed we get it. There's a lot of loot here, so chances are a little slim, but if we can kill enough enemies, find enough treasure chests, we might just have a shot at getting some brand new loot. There we go. And, of course, there are new enemies. So I removed the single orc warrior and the 1 cave troll from the enemy deck. And I believe there are 5 or 6 new enemies, at least 5. I think it's 5 new enemies that got added into the deck. And they are, of course, like magma-themed, like lava-themed, hot-themed enemies. Since we're down here in this, it's almost like we're in a volcano or something down here in the Throne of Embers. Okay, so we're going to get those mixed in to the enemy deck. And then, of course, we've still got all the other enemies. We've got the enemies from the Beast and Burdens pack mixed in here as well. There we go. And then we're using the Howling Abyss dungeon deck. Once again, guys, we're going to continue using this for the remainder of the adventure with our gnome cutthroat. I keep calling him cutthroat. I did that in the last video, too. Our gnome cutthroat of the beetle here. Let's go ahead and mix those up like so. There we go. And then, last but not least, we're going to mix up the blessing tokens. And we're going to set one off to the side. That way, I can remember to use these at the end of the adventure, if we make it to the boss. Okay, cool, man. I think we are good to go, guys. Just a really quick recap. Since we just bought this battle axe here, we've got, once again, I know I've said it like 5 times already, we got the best weapon in the game now. We got the battle axe. We got scale armor, the best body armor in the game. We got the Talhofer buckler, the best shield in the game. We also have an ice shard potion that we can throw. And we do have this. We've got an affliction here, which is plagued. So this is important to keep note of. It says that an illness has come upon you, and your hands and feet are beginning to turn red and swell, and your mouth is dry. Sweat drips from your brow, and your clothes are damp with your own salty moisture. Immediately gain 1 poison token. We already did that in the last adventure. And then it says at the end of and we've healed it because we went to the Lonely Troll. At the end of each level of the dungeon, you gain an additional poison token for each poison token you have instead of the standard 2-for-1 ratio. So at the end of each dungeon level in Iron Helm, for each 2 poison tokens you have, you gain an additional poison. Now for each 2 poison tokens we have, we gain 2 additional poison because we're plagued. In order to get rid of this, you can drink a health potion to cure 1 affliction, or if you drink the antidote, that will cure all of the afflictions that you have. So we're at maxed out encumbrance here. We've got our axe mastery skill, which lets us reroll die results of 1 and 2 with an axe. We've got the shield block skill, which gives us an extra point of damage reduction on initial attacks when we have a shield equipped, which we do. So this is going to block 2 from initial damage. And last but not least, we've got our skill that we started the adventure with, Sixth Sense, which says that once per dungeon level, we can avoid an ambush, or we can look at both dungeon cards and choose which one to resolve. Whew, okay, here we go, guys. Let's jump into this playthrough, man. Also, we're starting at 4 morality because I decided to take on a challenge of one of the viewers of the channel. I was challenged to always choose the moral high ground and do the good morality, the positive morality choice on the plot cards, which I say it all the time. You're probably sick of hearing me saying, don't do that when you play, guys. If you want to make the game easier on yourself, always choose the bad thing. But our gnome cutthroat of the beetle, he's a good guy, so we're always going to choose the positive morality choices. Let's see if we can beat the game with it, guys. It'd be a really interesting challenge to try. So here we go. We're going into level 1. This is the same way our first adventure started out. A savage encounter. I'm going to push my luck. If it's an ambush, it's just like the first time. Feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. We're going to skip it with Sixth Sense. That's really weird. You guys are used to this by now, how like really weird anomalous stuff happens to me. You can't even call it an anomaly at this point. It'd be an anomaly if normal things happened. Okay, we got a clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw a plot card. It is, bam, the shrine. In the clearing, you find a towering shrine covered in vegetation. You are overwhelmed by a sense of power, just as a gentle breeze rushes past you. Ah, the gentle breeze is down in the dungeon. Gain blessing tokens equal to your position on the morality track. Guys, it's already paying off. We're at 4. We're gaining 4. Wait. Gain blessing tokens equal to your position on the morality track. We gain 4 blessing tokens. Dude, okay. Maybe it is good to be a good guy. Holy crazy, dude. We get 3 icons toward finding the boss. Nice. It's not. Always choose the bad thing. But still, that's really good when something like that happens. Amazing. Okay, let's keep on going. I go into more detail about that in my Iron Helm tips and tricks video if you want to check it out. Just search my channel or YouTube it, Iron Helm tips and tricks game night, and it should pop right up. We got a campsite here. You have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. We can cook, which will spend a ration to gain 3 energy. We don't need that. We can search to gain a ration and a gold, or we can rest to spend 1 ration to gain 3 health and lose 1 poison, and we don't need that either. So we're going to search to gain a ration and a gold. Nice. Mentioned it in the last playthrough also. Some of the cards in this deck make the game a little bit easier. A little bit easier than the OG dungeon deck. Here we go. We got an ambush. We're going to go for it, guys. We're going to do it. You catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. Draw an enemy card and ignore their initial damage because we attack first. And this is what I'm talking about. Case in point. Add 3 damage to your first attack. That's insane. The original ambush card doesn't tell you to do that. Makes it way easier. Add the dungeon level to the enemy's health. Okay, so we're going to draw an enemy. We're going to add the dungeon level to their health. 1 to the health of an octahedron. Okay, so it's got 9 HP. It's got 2 attack damage. It's got a treasure class of 2. It's weak to fire, and it says you gain an affliction if you roll 2 or more 1s during an attack. Ooh, okay. We get to add 3 to our attack here. I think I'm just going to spend 2. Yeah, because check this out. The lowest amount of damage that we can do is 3. Because if we roll a 1, it's 6 damage. And if we roll a 2 with Axe Mastery, we get to re-roll. So the lowest we can possibly roll is 2 3s, which is 6. And we're adding 3 more to it from ambushing, which is 9. So we're going to kill it no matter what. So here we go. No matter what we roll, it's dead. Cool. 9 plus the 3 is 12 is dead. Amazing. Let's go, guys. Amazing. Okay, so we're going to get treasure class of 2. So we can either get a loot and a coin and a potion. Or a loot or a coin and a potion. We're going to go for the... Do we want to go for the loot? I feel like we're decked out. What could we possibly get? What could we possibly get? Maybe like a potion. We could get like a healing loot potion or something. Or a new loot that's insane. Let's see what we get. The lamp. Ooh, baby, that's good. Once per dungeon level, you may reveal both dungeon cards and choose one. That's pretty good, dude. I think I'm going to drop the ice shard potion for this. Yeah, I'm going to drop the ice shard potion, and we're going to scoop up the lamp. That is really good. We also get a potion, which we're not going to be able to hold. Another ice shard potion. Rip. Rip the ice shard potions. Okay, we're going to get the octahedron in our graveyard. And we're going to continue on. We found treasure. You find an open chest that has been recently looted. A single coin remains. Gain 1 gold. Nice. Also worth mentioning, too, that our race ability with the gnome, I didn't mention it because we don't need it anymore. It says you begin your adventure with 1 potion of your choice. I wonder if that means every single adventure. It might, because this is technically a new adventure. This is a level 2 adventure, so it probably does work that way, but we're maxed out encumbrance right now anyway, so it's fine. We're just going to choose not to get a potion. Okay, let's keep on strolling through the dungeon. We got an ambush, and we're going to do it. We catch our foes by surprise. We're going to add the dungeon level 1 to the health of a fire bat. Here we go, guys. We got a new enemy here. We're going to do 3 extra damage to him. He's weak to ice stuff. It says if the fire bat successfully counter strikes, you gain 2 poison tokens. Interesting. Okay. So there's no burn mechanic in the game, so I guess to make up for it, you get poisoned by the fire bat. Okay, we're going to attack here. I'm going to spend 1. We're doing +3 damage from the ambush. And yeah, the poor fire bat can't survive. We do 6 + 3 is 9. He's dead. Let's go. He's got a treasure class of 0, and he gives no gold, but we do get him in our discard pile over here. Nice. Let's keep on going. We're getting close to the end of level 1 already. We've got an altar. Sometimes a sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You stumble to the altar and pray for blank, a blessing, which would gain us a blessing token. We could pray for strength to gain 2 energy. We could pray for healing, discard D6 minus D6 poison tokens, or favor and move up 1 space on the morality track. So this isn't like immoral for us to pick another option if we don't pick favor, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to pick strength and gain 2 energy. Nice. That is insane. This is way better than the altar from the base game. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy. We're going to keep going. We got the Mushroom Grove. It's still awesome, though. It's super, super fun. It says, you have located a grove of young mushrooms. Let's go ahead and see what we find. We got a 5. Gain 2 rations. Let's go, guys. We're up to 3 rations. Excellent. It's good because we only had 1. Oh, you know what I forgot to do also, guys? When you enter, or before you enter the dungeon, when you go to the Lonely Troll, you're supposed to get... Yeah, you're supposed to... Okay, I must have already done it then. Yeah. I had the 1 ration already set up. You're also supposed to get the gold printed on your card as well as the ration. So you get rid of all the rations you had from the previous playthrough, which I had 1 left over, but we would have got 1 back. And you also get the gold printed on your card. So I forgot to give myself 2 extra gold. There we go. Nice. Okay. And this is it, right? We're going into the last room here. We got the false idol, and we're just going to do it. Your eyes lock onto a huge evil statue carved into the wall. It is begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? We could beg for power, wealth, or our life. All of these will move us down 1 space on the morality track. And again, I'm locked into the challenge that's been presented to me of always doing the moral choices here. So I'm going to do ignore the false idol. Move up 1 space on the morality tracker and lose 1 health. So we're all the way up to 5. We can't get any more righteous than what we already are. That's the end of level 1, guys. We're going to shuffle up the dungeon deck. Let's get this thing mixed up. All right, so we're about to head into level 2. It's looking really good, dudes. I honestly, I don't want to get ahead of myself. This is only the 2nd adventure. I think we're going to go all the way. I especially play in the Howling Abyss deck, since it makes the game easier. I think we're going to go all the way to the end. And, yeah. I'm feeling sorry for Zogar right now, dude. I'm feeling sorry for him. We're completely decked out. Like, it can't really get any better. Maybe if we get the magic ring, we'll drop the lamp. That's about as much better as it can get. We're going to eat a ration in between levels to gain back an energy. We're at full energy. It's so insane. We got those 4 blessing tokens, too, off of the shrine over there. So good. We don't have any poison, so we're good there. We move into level 2. We draw a plot card, and it is the wolf. Your eyes meet those of a frail-looking wolf crouched in the cover of shadows. It looks like the wolf is starving, as it cannot even muster the strength to growl. We can feed the wolf or ignore the wolf. Well, we got to do the right thing, guys, so we've got to feed it. You take one of your rations and give it to the wolf. The frightened creature snaps at you, drawing blood, but quickly turns to eating your offering. Lose 1 ration and 2 health. Okay. Move up 1 on the morality track. we're at max. Wolves ignore you from now on. And then we gain 2 icons. Can you tell by my silence that I don't want to do this? Okay, well, wolves will ignore us from now on, so that's cool and stuff, I guess. Okay, here we go, guys. Into level 2 we go. A savage encounter. Why is this the first card every time? I'm going to push my luck. Into treasure. Let's go, baby. This chest must have been forgotten to time, as it is brimming with loot. Draw 1 loot card and 1 potion card, or gain D6 gold and 1 ration. We're going to go with that, because we're decked out, dude. We don't need any more potions or loot. We can't hold any more anyway. We're going to gain D6 gold and 1 ration. So let's see what we get. 3 gold. I'll take it. It's on the lower end. Just on the edge of the lower end right there. But you know what? I will take it. And we gain 1 ration. Yeah, give me my ration back that we gave the frickin' wolf. Okay, there we go. Let's keep on going. Rations are very important in the game. I kind of want a lamp. I'm going to lamp and see what's the other way. A campsite. Yep, we're going to go that way. We spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. I kind of want to heal because we lost some health. Let's do that. Let's rest. Let's spend a ration to gain 3 health and lose a poison. So we'll spend a ration. We're going to gain 3 health. So we go back up to full. And we've got no poison to lose. But hey, we're back to full health. Let's keep on venturing deeper in. A labyrinth. Dude, we really can't afford to lose more rations. So I'm actually going to push my luck and hope for the best. And let's freaking go. It's as good as it can get. You find yourself standing in a grove of mature mushrooms. 3. Gain 2 rations. Dudes. Let's freaking go. We almost went from losing our final ration in the labyrinth to finding a mushroom grove and gaining 2 more and tripling our rations. Let's go. We got an ambush. We're going to go ahead and resolve it. We catch our foe by surprise. We're going to draw an enemy card. We get to add 3 damage to our initial attack. And we're going to add the dungeon level, which is 2, to the health of a pit trap. Kind of figured. It says, if resolving an ambush card that was drawn as the first card, you avoid the pit trap. Awesome. Well, we're resolving an ambush that was drawn as the first card. We avoid the pit trap. We leap right over it. We learned from last time. We only took 1 damage from the one in the last playthrough, so we leapt clean over this one. Deep in the dungeon. Seems like a strange place to set up shop, but who are you to question his sanity? We got the merchant here. You may take any number of the following actions. We can buy, sell, or trade. So if we buy, we're going to see 3 loot and 2 potion cards. Let's see what he's got. Please don't have any mimics. He's got rations, cookbook, a fate coin. It weighs 0. That's pretty good. We might actually scoop that up. And the potions he has, ooh, a health potion and a holy water. You know what? I'm going to give him 2 gold. And we're going to buy this fate coin because it weighs 0, so we can actually hold it. The fate coin says when asked to draw a plot card, you can discard the fate coin to draw 2 plot cards, pick one, and discard the other. Really, really good. So we're going to put that down here in our bag. And we're going to discard the potions and the other loot cards right here. Thank you, Mr. Merchant. We can also sell stuff to him, but we don't want to sell anything. And we don't want to trade with him either. There we go. Okay, let's go deeper into level 2. We got an altar here, guys. We don't need to pray for strength. We don't need to pray for healing. We don't need favor because we're as high as we can go on the morality tracker. So we're going to pray for a blessing and get another blessing token. We have 5 blessing tokens. That's some kind of record. Let's keep on going. We got the Archangel. We're going to go for it. A flash of holy light causes you to freeze. When the brightness fades, you see the form of a woman with large wings. She has come to judge your deeds. Check your placement on the morality tracker and refer to the chart below. We've got 5 morality, so if you have 4 or 5, you gain 4 health, but we're already at maximum health. We just get to pass right on through. Second to last room in level 2. We got the false idol. We're going to go ahead and do it. Your eyes lock onto a huge evil statue carved into the wall. It is begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? We're going to ignore the false idol, move up 1 space on the morality track, and lose 1 health. So unfortunately, we lose a health, and we're already at max on the morality track. But that's preferable to pushing into a skirmish. I'd rather just lose the 1 health. And we got a mystical fountain. Before you stands a grand fountain. You are drawn to it by a potent allure. Your eyes wide open. You cup your hand and ladle the warm liquid to your lips. Let's go ahead and see what happens here, guys. 4. Okay. Better luck than what we had in the first playthrough. You suddenly feel quite refreshed. Gain 3 health. Boom. Would you look at that, guys? Got our health right back. Nice. Okay. That was the end of level 2. Did we not fight anything? That's crazy. We didn't fight anything that whole level. Just snuck right through there, dudes. Let's go. Okay, we're going to shuffle up the deck in preparation for level 3. And yeah, man, it's looking great. It's looking really, really good. I would like to get some more enemies, though, because I want to get some more skills. I don't know if I want brawn or if I want to start going outside of our proficiency. We're going to need 3 more enemies in our graveyard if we want to go outside of our brawn proficiency. Okay, we got that all mixed up. We're going to eat a ration. We're already at full energy. We're good on poison. We're going to move down here into this little tiny room with a little lava pool, a little lava lake right there in the middle in level 3. We're going to draw a plot card. And it is, ooh, the Column of Fire. Before you stands a column of fire that reaches up into the ceiling of the cave. To your surprise, it begins to speak to you. I am hungry for flesh and bone. Fill me up, and reward you'll own. We can feed the fire, or we can ignore the voices in our head. Okay. Is this negative morality? I don't think it is. If we feed the fire, it says you discard an unspent enemy card that you have defeated. You gain treasure equal to the reward displayed on said discarded enemy card. You lose 1 energy token. Or we can ignore the voices in our head. You pretend you heard nothing and continue on your way. I'm going to go with that because I'm not concerned about getting rid of one of these and getting loot. We've got plenty of loot and we can't hold any more anyway. So we're just going to pretend that we heard nothing and continue on our way. We stick the gnome cutthroat sticks his fingers in his ears and just walks right through the room. We get 3 icons, so we're up to 8 dudes. We only need 2 more and we're getting to the boss. Nice, and that was cool because that's a new plot card and it's very thematically appropriate since in the center of this room there's a little like lava lake, a lava pool. And there's like a column of lava or fire shooting up from the center of the room. Really, really cool. Okay, we're going to get our lamp back. We didn't even need to use 6th Sense that round on that level. Okay, let's keep on going, guys. Into level 3 we go. We got an altar to start out, and we're just going to go ahead and pray for a blessing token. Dudes, we're at 6 blessing tokens. That has to be a record. I don't know if I've ever had that many. Let's keep on going. We got the merchant. Dude, let's go. Another merchant. Okay, so he's going to have 3 loot. This is a little sketchy because he could have mimics on him. Okay, good. He doesn't. And then he's going to have 2 potions. And, oh, and you know what, too? It says when asked to draw a plot card, you discard the fate coin to draw 2. Pick one and discard the other. So I think I was actually supposed to draw 2 plot cards then. I would have had to discard this because it doesn't say you may. It just says when asked to draw a plot card, discard the fate coin. So I would have had to draw this or discard it and draw a second one. Yeah, and I would have chosen the Column of Fire over the Death Knight anyway. So that's fine. That works. Okay, I'm not going to buy any of this stuff from him, unfortunately. So we'll put all of this stuff over here in the appropriate discard piles and bid farewell to the merchant. Let's keep on going. We got an ambush. That's one of the bittersweet things about Iron Helm is once you get the best in slot gear, like this is only the 2nd adventure, right? Like this is adventure 2. There's still 2 more adventures after this. If, you know, assuming that we survive all the way through, we're pretty much not going to pick up any more loot. I think the only other piece of loot that I want is the magic ring. So it just is what it is. We got the ambush here. You catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. I guess we're going to go ahead and do it because I do want some more enemies. So we're going to add the dungeon level 3 to the health of a fire troll. Oh my goodness. That is not good. He's got 13 health. Yikes. Okay, so this is from the Beast and Burdens pack, and it's very fitting because we're down here in this like a lava molten cave, and there's a fire troll down here. It says you may avoid this conflict by spending 2 rations. I'm very tempted to do that, but you know what? I'm not gonna because we only have 2 left, and we're gonna kick the crap out of this guy anyway. We get +3 damage from the ambush, so I'm gonna spend 3. I also got to remember that we're getting +1 damage from our Talhofer buckler on attack rolls also. So we're gonna roll. We're getting +4 to our roll. Okay, that's 10. 18 damage, he's dead. My God. Absolutely destroyed. We just like split him right down the middle with the battle axe, dude. He's got a treasure class of 2, so we get a loot and a potion. A dagger, no thank you, and a potion. Spark bomb, we'll drop it, and he drops 2 gold. Cool. We're getting to that point to where we're about to run out of gold tokens, and I'm going to have to grab a die and start keeping track of our gold on the die. Okay, and then we get the fire troll over here in the grave, and I kind of want to check our skills and see if there's anything I want to get. Fortitude would be good, honestly. Berserk, you may spend 2 health to add an additional die to your attack roll, and add 5 damage if you throw your axe. Okay, well that would have been cool if we would have kept the axe that we had earlier. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Parry. You may attempt to block all initial damage with your primary weapon. If you roll a 1, you fail and your primary weapon breaks. Well, when we roll 1s, we can re-roll them with Axe Mastery. So maybe parry is actually good now. We're going to go with parry. We're going to go with parry. So we're going to put down the rest of the skills. We're going to flip over these 3 enemies here. And for once in my Iron Helm life, I'm actually going to get parry. Crazy. So you may attempt to block all initial damage with your primary weapon. Okay, cool. Cool. We're going to see if this actually works out for us. It should work now that we've got the Axe and Axe Mastery. That's a really good combo. Okay. Let's move on deeper into the dungeon. What do we got up ahead? We've got the Archangel. We're going to go ahead and do it. She would heal us for 4 health, but we're already at max health. We're completely healed. Let's keep on going. We've got a Savage Encounter. I'm going to use the... Ooh, don't want to use the lamp. I'm going to go the other way anyway, but if it's a skirmish, I'd rather not push into it. I'd rather do it as the first card, so let's see what it is. Okay, it's the Labyrinth, either way. So we're going to go to the Labyrinth. Surely your cunning will see you out of this wizard's maze. Discard 1 ration and gain 1 gold. Okay, it sucks that we lost a ration. I would much rather the ration than the gold, but it is what it is. Let's keep on going. At least we didn't push into it. It's a good thing we had the lamp because we would have lost both of our rations. We've got an ambush. Sure, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to add the dungeon level 3 to the health of an undead archer. So he's got 7 health. We get to add 3 to our damage since we're ambushing him. And you know what? I'm actually going to spend 1 because we're also adding 1, which is 4. And we can only do 3 or more damage. So he's dead no matter what we roll. We roll a 6 plus the 4 is 10. He's dead. Dude, this is insane. This is insane. He's got a treasure class of 1. I'm not even going to bother with the loot. I'm going to take the gold instead. And he also drops 1 gold. And yep, here we go. Here we go. That's all the gold. Let me see. I should probably start looking for a die now. Let me grab... I guess I'm going to grab this D20 over here. Yeah. We'll use this metal D20. And I'll just set that like off to the side. I'll just set that up here for right now. Okay, actually, you know what, here, I'll set it off to the side, and then we'll put it on the table once we need it. Okay, that's it for this guy. He's a gone pecan. We're going to get him in our discard pile in the graveyard, and we're going to keep on going. Here we go. This might be it, guys, unless we draw a one-eye plot card. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve a plot card. Boom, here we go. You find yourself in the threshold of a small prison room. An orc guard is fast asleep at a table where a couple of gold coins rest. Hey, there's not supposed to be any orcs in this adventure. The sole prisoner spots you and silently points to the keys on the table. We can free the prisoner or take the money and run. We can't take the money and run. We got to do the good thing. You slowly make your way towards the table, but as you near it, the orc wakes up. A battle ensues and you are the victor. You free the prisoner and he runs off without even offering a thank you. Lose 1 energy and 3 health. That is terrible, dude. And what do we get for losing an energy and 3 health, guys? We get to move up 1 on the morality track. Whoop-de-freaking-do. We gain 2 gold. Okay, that's something. So put a 2 right here. We got 2 more gold. And you gain a treasure card. Okay, that's not too bad. I would much rather the health and the energy back, though, for this treasure that we're not going to use. My God. Oh, well. Okay, we're in a little bit of a predicament here, because the ice hack is an axe, right? So it can work with axe mastery. And it's one-handed. It weighs 2 rather than 3, which means that we can hold a potion, which is really good. Our die results of 1 won't deal 6 anymore, but we can still re-roll them with axe mastery. Dude, I think I want this. You may discard this card to deal 3d6 damage while spending 0 energy, and you get +3 to the sum of your attack roll versus enemies weak to frost. I think just for the things that I mentioned, the fact that we get to hold a potion, that's pretty good. Ooh, man. And the battle axe, you know, don't get me wrong, I do think it's like the best weapon in the game, because you get to, your die results of 1 deal 6 damage instead, which is crazy. Dude, do we want to keep the battle axe? But with axe mastery, it's like we can re-roll die results of 1. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to drop the battle axe and pick up the ice hack. Yeah. I think I'm going to do it. We go down to 8 encumbrance. Yeah. Oh, wow. I can't believe I'm doing that. Okay. That's what I'm going to go with. Nice. That was actually sick. That was amazing. and we get 3 icons. Boom, we're up to 10. We're going to the boss, guys. We're going to the boss just like that. It's all ogre. The boss is, ooh, blessing tokens. Ooh, we might get some of that health and energy back, guys. 6 blessing tokens. Let's see what we get. Let's get our lamp back. Cure all poison. We don't have any poison. Cure 1 energy. Okay. Gain 1 energy. Gain 2 health. All right. All right. Looking good so far. More energy would be good. More energy. Even more energy would be good. Another health. Come on, let's make this perfect. Energy. Oh, cure all poison. Okay, that was still insanely good. That was sick. Wow. All right. It paid to be good, guys. It actually paid to be good this time. Okay, and now we're going straight to the boss, dudes. And the boss in the Throne of Embers is the Fire Elemental. He's got 24 health. Wow, he's got maximum health. He's like Zogar, dude. He's got as much health as Zogar. Okay, he's got 4 attack. Treasure class of 2. He's weak to frost or ice. It says, if the fire elemental deals 8 or more damage, he destroys anything worn on your body, which would be the scale armor. That ain't happening, dudes. That just ain't gonna happen. So we're blocking 2 plus 2 more is 4. He does 4 attack, so it's 0. So it's just whatever he rolls. He does 4 damage. That's actually pretty good. Should we try to parry? Should we try to parry? When you attempt to block, or it says you may attempt to block all initial damage with your primary weapon. I think I want to. Let's do it. There's no reason not to. So 4, right? And if we re-roll 1s and 2s, how does that work? Does that work that way? When using an axe, you may re-roll all die results of 1 and 2. And I mean, we're using our axe to parry. So I would imagine that's how that works. So we're going to go ahead and roll. If we roll a 1 or a 2, we get to re-roll. We rolled a 5. And if you roll our 5 or 6, success. You avoid damage. Nice. We don't take any damage. Wow, that was amazing. Maybe parry's better than I thought. Especially when you've got axe mastery. Without it, the risk of losing your primary weapon, no. That is too high of a risk. Because if you lose your primary weapon, you're just basically screwed. You forfeit the whole adventure at that point, basically. Okay, we're going to spend 3. So we're going to get 3 energy right here. We're doing +1 from the Talhoffer Buckler and +3 to the sum of your attack rolls versus enemies weak to frost, which he is. So we're doing +4 damage to this guy. So we get to reroll 1s and 2s. Oh my god, that's 10, 19 damage. He's down to 5. He's down to 5. Remember what I said earlier, guys? I'm pretty sure we're going to go the distance. We're going for speed. Okay, this dude's going to attack. We're only blocking 2 this time. The Talhoffer Buckler and Shield Blocker out of the equation now since this is a counter-strike. So he's doing +2 to his roll. Oops. +2 to his roll. That's going to be 3. +2 is 5 damage. Okay, pretty good hit, honestly. Takes a good chunk of our health off. We're down to 7. And we're just going to go ahead and finish the job, guys. We're getting +4 damage. 3 from the Ice Hack, 1 from the Talhoffer Buckler. No matter what we roll, he's dead. He's dead. We got, what is this? This is 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 4 is 17 to his 5 health. And we've taken down the Fire Elemental. Easy, guys. Super easy. There we go. He's got a treasure class of 2. So we could get a loot or we could get a gold. I'm just going to grab the extra gold. We're going to go up to 3 plus 3 more. So we're going to go to 6 here. Nice. 6 gold. And we get a potion. What are we going to get? An energy potion. You know what? We can actually hold that. Let's go. We're up to 9. Yeah, I think that was a good choice. Picking up the ice hack. I like being able to have a free slot for a potion. Very, very nice. Or if we find the magic ring, we'll have the lamp and the magic ring, which is going to be crazy. Amazing, guys. There it is, dudes. There was a playthrough with the gnome cutthroat of the beetle in Iron Helm. Adventure number 2 in the books, guys. We took down the fire elemental in the Throne of Embers. Let's freaking go, guys. Hey, if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and be sure to click the bell so you can stay notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I'll have the next adventure, the 3rd installment, coming very, very soon with our gnome cutthroat of the beetle. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.